Yo, yo, yo. Here we are back with another episode. Great. You know why I'm introducing the podcast this way?
I'm thrown off here. I thought it was going to be your classic intro.
It's so funny. We were talking about this today in a meeting, and somebody on my team said, I was making fun of the same intro every single time. And somebody said, I know it's every time I hear it, it's like cringe. And I'm like, oh my goodness, is it that bad?
I don't know if yo, yo, yo is much better, but we'll see how it tests.
Okay.
And then we'll keep reinventing it.
I'm going to, that's right. Continue reinventing myself. Yeah, it's probably really horrible, but we're here. So welcome back to another video rendition of the Evernest Real Estate Investor podcast. Gray, welcome back to the show.
I'm excited to try this, man. Glad to be here. We got Craig Bingston, who I think has been on some other podcasts, and he runs our renovations. And so got his expertise, going to talk through it. And then we got our man, Jim Strickland, out there giving us the neighborhood view. Welcome, guys.
Let's do this. My arms are already tired, so this is going to be fun.
This is your workout for the day.
So, and I think it's good. I mean, it's a beautiful day out there. When we were there, it was rainy. So good to see. And you guys can see behind Jim, just kind of like what we were talking about in the neighborhood. So the house that we bought is very kind of standard for the neighborhood. And Jim, even if you want to flip it around and kind of, show them just a little bit of kind of the neighborhood in the street. I don't think we showed much of that on the other side. So there's the house right there, kind of a quiet street right here, but yeah, very typical kind of lot size, very typical house. You'll see kind of this one level ranch style on most of these houses. And so, fit very in there. It's kind of a really, really good neighborhood. And so thought it was good for everybody to see that.
Yeah. And the amazing thing is, Gray, you and I were just there a week ago yesterday.
Yeah.
Right. Like we had just closed on the property. Nothing had been done. We walked the property with Craig. So you probably have seen the video that we released right before this one. That is all about our initial walkthrough of the property. This is pretty amazing. Like we wanted to record this, and the plan was to go back and do it, but it's like, I think everything's happened pretty quickly because we're only a week and a day since we were there.
Yeah, Craig's just doing too good of a job, we could say, just getting his contractors in there.
I wish I could take all the credit, but they were on the ball to get this one going. So
you're awesome. Setting high expectations, Craig, for people that are using us, like super high expectations. That's great, though. All right.
Let's kind of, Jim, if you want to kind of walk through the house. So I don't know if they've done much exterior work. There wasn't a ton to be done, just a little bit of touch-up paint. Still got to get the yard. Last time we were raining when it was there. So good to kind of get a different perspective on the house. And I think Jim's going to kind of walk through and take us inside the house. We'll just kind of check it out and see what the renovations look like right now.
Yep. The front door is going to be renovated. So I'm going to walk through the side.
Yeah,
it's always good when you can't get in the front door of your own house.
That's right. You can see we've got contractors there. Jim had to go in there earlier and say, hey, I'm not an intruder. I'm not some weirdo coming to the house with my phone. We are recording a video. So
I'm not sure if they believe me, but we'll see.
Yeah,
that's right.
They're going to be internet famous here shortly.
Yeah,
that's right. We need a waiver from them, by the way, so that we can.
So I had some work, not too much work is going to be done in here. The floor was already done, but they are doing a lot of work in that back bathroom right there. So probably a good staging area, keep a bunch of their stuff. And if you look out there, hey, Jim, go back to the kind of the outside area right there real quick. Yeah. Look at all that, where the sliding glass doors are. I think there's just a bunch of kind of debris and stuff around there.
They've got
all that fun stuff. So when contractors charge debris fees, they are real, and they got to take that out to a dump somewhere. So good to see progress there. Hey, you want to go back to that back bathroom before I diverted you off that? Let's see if there's any kind of work going on there.
Hey, Gray, real quick, are they like, will that be a line item on most renos? Is, hey, there's a debris fee. Here it is. We're going to charge this much to take it all away.
Almost always there is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely needs to be charged on there, depending on the level. Some more so than others, but sometimes we'll see tenants leave. It might be 2 or 3 dumpster loads, and where you got to have a full on dumpster. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
So, okay. If y'all remember here, we had the bathroom and it was kind of on this raised platform, and it was kind of sinking down. So what they did there is they kind of removed that there, and they're gonna have to rebuild that and put the toilet back there. So kind of in the progress, got some plumbing work, it looks like, going on. There we go. I wonder if we can make that. Yeah, I wonder if we make that floor work. Are they going to rebuild like are they going to kind of build it elevated again, Craig?
Yes, they will. Just the way that the plumbing's there, you'd have to jackhammer the concrete out to lower that flange. And
Okay.
you want to make sure you have enough drop in the plumbing drain lines too. So sometimes it's elevated just for that.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes a ton of sense. Cool. That room looks good. If you want to keep moving through, and we'll see what's going on in the kitchen and the living room.
That chair, did we see a chair in there? Or maybe I just caught Gray's chair in the background. Don't worry about it, Jim. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Spencer's getting him off task. Spencer needs a new office chair. This is why he asked.
Squirrel.
That's right.
Cool. Yeah. Let's check out the kitchen. Oh, the painting looks good. Yeah. So if y'all remember, it was kind of this tan, yellow color. So that looks really good. Looks like there's probably still some work there. Got a little spillage on the countertops. Got to make sure that gets cleaned. Yeah. And go over to the kitchen area. Let's see what's going on over there. And I like how they painted that trim. If y'all's noticed that in the middle of the room, I think that was a good touch.
Hey, look at this. It's the big man on campus.
There we go. Matthew joining
We got
in.
Matthew joining us. He doesn't even know what he's looking at. He's just,
I do recognize that kitchen though. I mean, what an awesome place.
So it looks about the same. I know we got to paint the cabinets. They got to modify some of the slide-in range right there, and then put some of the hardware on there. So this is what it looks like in the middle of renovation. This is what we wanted to show y'all. It can look pretty messy, but things come together pretty quickly.
And so, like we mentioned, this is a week and a day into this reno. Craig, give me an idea of when you believe this entire thing will be complete and will be rent ready.
I would have said at the beginning of the renovation last week that we would have been 3 weeks out, and I don't even know if we'll make it to the 2-week point at this stage right now. They're really flying on it and setting the bar really high. So, I mean, when we were there filming last Friday, they were bringing material in, so they were starting on it that day.
Yeah.
Ready.
Hey, Jim, turn around to that. If y'all remember, this is the pink room. There we go. That is much better right there.
Wow, that was a bright red.
Who's that?
Yeah, there's guys doing work there right now. So Jim's trying to stay out of their way.
Jim, hey, Jim, don't.
Jim's going to step in a bucket of paint here shortly and track it through the house.
Jim, if you get paint on that floor, I'm coming after you.
Yeah, so that looks really good. I like that color choice, Craig. I think that's that gray looks pretty good with the floors, and I really like the trim along the middle. I think it looks pretty nice.
It does look nice.
Are we not going to remove those spindles in the window?
I think
kitchen?
Yeah, we talked about it. Craig and I were looking to see if it was on the original scope. So we might need to talk to the contractors about that, because I think that'd be a good
move. 5-minute job.
Yeah. So Jim, go to the living room. Let's check out and see what's going on in there.
Yeah, do we clean the fan?
Yeah, is the fan cleaned? No, I think it's still there.
Do we have a new fan in the budget? Do we budget for a new fan? Okay,
there should be a new fan being put in.
Okay,
we need one.
Yeah. And Craig, it's pretty typical. Is paint if flooring's done, is paint one of the first things to get done?
For sure, because you can always go back and touch that up. But you want to be able to drop all the lights so that you can paint around them and just put the lights in and not have to trim around them.
Okay.
Or if you have existing, if they want to go in and spray, sometimes they'll do that before the floors, and they just don't. It just eliminates a lot of prep work.
Yeah, it's a good thought. I'm excited to see this wood paneled bedroom and see how that turned out.
Wait, before we go, Jim, I'm going to give you that ceiling fan as like a present for either your birthday or Christmas.
For finding the deal.
Yeah, for the baby's room.
That's good for like 5 Christmases. Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, my pleasure.
The giver.
I'll tell you, that paint looks good, even with the brick and the fireplace. I mean,
it does. I almost thought they stonewashed the fireplace because I thought I remember that a different color. But all right, that looks good. Yeah, Jim, if you want to kind of go, let's look at the rooms and the bathrooms and see what the progress looks like through there.
This is kind of like MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
Look at that paneled room right there. That room looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm excited to do a before and after, because this was like that dark wood paneling. But I mean, one option is you can pull it off and do drywall, but the other option is just paint over it and make sure you have a good primer on there. So that looks so much better, so much better.
And are we painting the wood trim? Are we painting the wood trim on the windows?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think yeah, good catch. Okay. Looking good. And that I had a low ceiling fan. It looks like they already took that one off. There we go. I hit my head on it last time, so that makes a lot of sense. All right, cool. Let's try out the bathroom. See if
what were you going to ask, Matthew? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
I was going to ask Craig, when you're painting paneling, sometimes you see paneling get kind of warped. Is that from just like previous moisture issues?
100% from moisture.
Yeah. Talk about that, because I think a lot of times people will renovate a house and they'll have this kind of warped paneling and they'll just try to paint right over it and
paint right over it without throwing some brad nails or some nails into it to secure it up. Over the years, the house flexes and moves. They don't put enough glue or nails into it. So that could happen, but you'll see mostly at the bottom where there's going to be moisture or at a seam. Water always takes the path of least resistance. So
that paneling loves to suck up some water, I bet.
It sure does. It's fiberboard. It's like a wood sponge.
And I think this is in pretty good condition. I don't remember seeing any warping on there, thankfully.
No, and they have to prime every time you have paneling, because it's got a slick surface on it. You do have to use a priming product like Kills.
Yeah. I think did somebody just go in the bathroom? Yeah, we can check out the other bedrooms.
Let's go track him. Okay. we didn't want to turn the light and shine it on him.
Yeah, washer dryer. I don't think much work was being done in there.
No.
That's probably really gonna be the big update is paint. But I think even just like paint can make a big difference in here. So they got the new fan that's going to be installed in there. And I really kind of like how they've got the sliding glass doors, just talking about the functionality of the house.
Yeah.
Having that in the master. And what does the bathroom look like? Any update here?
Still have those spindles there, Matthew.
I know.
Yeah. That's kind of like the canary in the mine shaft for me. Are the spindles still there? They're not done.
Matthew, it's a 5-minute job. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So still got still got some work to do in the bathrooms. Not abnormal.
Nope.
There we go. Nice.
They like to put the fixtures in at the very end.
Yeah. Which makes sense. They like smart contractors cut off the power, I would guess.
Yep.
I mean, good progress. I mean, I'm excited about this. I think I saw in the other bathroom, the tub surround was kind of ripped off. And so they're probably making some progress there. It's probably a lot of that debris that we saw. Probably same story here. Got the new fan box down there, nice and painted.
Yep.
Already looking good. I like it already.
Man, totally different feel.
And they're really keeping the workspace clean, which is a sign of a good contractor too.
That's a good point. I mean, if you see a contractor at a job, because the temptation is probably to leave it pretty messy, but have you found that like indicates something about a contractor, depending on how they keep their workspace?
Always. It's indicative of any worker, how they keep their workspace, I think.
Yeah.
Even me
screwed.
I know. Like if I took a
say,
picture of my desk right now,
marketing.
If I took a picture of my desk right now, I'd probably be fired. So I won't do that.
Good thing Spencer's not the contractor. Let's see if we can check out that other bathroom.
Let's go in that bathroom. It doesn't matter if somebody's in there. Let's go on in there.
It looks like.
Oh yeah, there we go. Vanity's out.
Vanity's out. What about the
Putting
toilet?
in doorknobs right
Toilet's
now.
gone.
I think the shower surround's gone as well. So good progress there. A lot of demo and time to put it back together.
Nice.
Oh, that wallpaper behind there? Yeah. Wow. So it had the surround back there. Maybe that's not wallpaper. Okay,
No,
sorry.
that's where the
surround That's just was glue.
Gone.
Yeah.
It's just glued. Yeah.
Okay, that makes a ton of sense. I thought somebody had wallpapered right up next to the tub, and I'm glad that we've got
great. Matthew and I are experts in wallpaper. We grew up in the wallpaper era.
Hey, wallpaper's back, man. My
Is it
wife's
really?
been wallpapering. Yes, wallpaper is back. My wife's been wallpapering like the half bath at our house.
We'll scrap the whole paint job. Let's wallpaper this entire
There we
house.
go. Jim, tell the contractors. So yeah, I think this is kind of go check out the backyard. I don't know if there's any updates back there, but
They'll probably do that at the very end.
Yeah.
They got all the debris back there. They'll bring wheelbarrows and stuff around.
Well, we'll go show the backyard while it's sunny. How about that?
Yeah, it was kind of depressing back there. We still got our shed.
Yeah, way prettier.
if you notice that water spot's dry right now, and
That's
luckily
right.
we were there when it was raining, so we kind of saw that and got the ability to put a French drain in there. So yeah, I think they're starting to clean out the gutters, but looking good overall. I'm excited about the progress. Pretty encouraged about that.
I think we'll be doing a walkthrough in about a week and a half here.
Yeah.
Kudos to Jim for the excellent camera work too. My gosh. I mean, this guy.
I know. Full-time broker, part-time videographer.
That's
Yeah,
right.
if it doesn't work out in the real estate business, look at this guy. Look at his shirt too.
Hey,
I
look
think
at
that
it.
I think that the
Man.
lighting just reflects off his head so well and lights the rooms as he walks through.
It does.
Yep.
It's a feature, not a bug.
That's right.
So Jim, what's your overall impression being at the house?
I think it's great. It's, when I first went, it was like 5 p.m. So it was a little bit dark. So I'm even more impressed by the neighborhood. I'm especially impressed with Craig's delegation on this. I didn't expect to be so much work to be done already.
Yeah, it's very impressed with that. And what I found is if they get it to a hot start, there's all the finishing touches that can tend to drag on too. So I've seen that where, hey, you get a lot of work done. So, hey, we're really excited by this, but I also know there's probably still 2 weeks of work and there's probably a punch list after that. So also good to know it's very rare that a contract kind of finishes ahead of time. And so I'm at least not getting too excited that we're going to finish super early, which is okay. We kind of planned that in and we budgeted for that, gave enough time for the contractors. And so,
Hey, Gray, let me ask you a question. As we're, as we're doing these for clients, we're buying houses, we're doing the renovation, renting them out. What kind of updates are our clients getting through renovation or along the way? Are we just sending them a report? Obviously we're asking Jim to go out there and do this, but what do people typically get?
So it depends on the level of the renovation. Hopefully a lot of these, if they're, a 2-week job, we send them out and then we send completed photos afterwards.
Gotcha.
If it's a bigger job, you'll get more frequent updates with that. Where we wanting to get is having the contractors. And truthfully, that's one of the challenges. Kind of, we want them to be really good at doing the work, but if we can get them to send us photos and we can pass those along to the owner, that's a great value add. But at a minimum, we've got before photos, then we get the after before the punch list and after the punch list is done.
I've tried to get daily photos for the last 5 years of doing this from my contractors, and I think I've gotten it one time, and it was for one day in a row.
Are we going to watch Jim hop back in his Ferrari now, or is that?
Yeah, he parked it around the corner. There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
The
Ferrari.
It is red truck.
Love it, man.
Well, of course, it's a
Auburn.
Toyota.
Oh my
goodness.
goodness. You just
Get
lost
outta
all
here.
credibility, Jim.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're gonna
you're
have to cut that one out.
Toyota and Auburn. That's pretty strong, I got to say.
Cool. Well, Jim, thanks so much for going out to the house and checking it out. I think this is going to be a really good update. Great to show with some of the the toilets out and vanities out and what it looks like, even just a simple paint job can do for the house. So thanks a ton for going out there, man.
This is an easy value we can add for especially out of town, out of state investors to go do quick calls and show them what it looks like. Easy.
Well, that's great.
Love it.
And listen, the next one that we do, we're going to bring our videographer back there. We're going to do a full walkthrough of the finished product before we put it on the market for rent. So I'm excited about that. So it sounds like it's just going to be in a week or so.
We'll be flying down there.
I was about to say Craig's flying us down there.
Oh, goodness gracious. Let's make sure we have everybody's weight correct.
By us, I mean you and Spencer and Craig are going to fly down there and I'm going to drive.
Trip. Yeah. Well, good deal. Well, thanks again, Jim, Craig. Thanks for hopping on. This has been great, everybody. So check out this. You're watching this on YouTube. Go check out our podcast, the Evernest Real Estate Investor. If you haven't listened to that yet, go ahead and subscribe. Leave us a review. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and we'll be back with more updates in the coming weeks.